Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back building in my wizarding save file, and I kind of was out of ideas, at least my initial ideas, what I wanted to build. And so, yeah, I decided to just like think about it again, and I found some like builds that I really wanted to include as well, and one of them was the prison, so Azkaban, and I thought I would do like one corner that is all the villains basically of the story. So yeah, I'm going to be also doing little Hangleton or something. I can't remember the name now. Yeah, so yeah, and some other villain builds basically. And this one is the first one. Of course, prison isn't necessarily something that a villain has or like belongs to a villain, but I think like most people that are there are villains, so it would make sense to like include it in that grouping basically. And yeah, I did a triangle shape because that's how it was portrayed in the movie. And I then thought, okay, just a triangle is a little bit too boring, so I decided to just add some more triangles to make it a little bit more interesting. And yeah, otherwise I kept the color scheme really boring, kind of just gray everywhere. So yeah, basically almost did a gray solid color challenge just because it was so like boring sometimes, but I thought that would make a lot of sense to have that. And yeah, as you can also see, I did like a pond around it, which is basically just for like the sea because Azkaban is supposed to be surrounded by water. So yeah, I did that, and yeah, in real life or in the movies, it's clear that it's like in some kind of ocean type situation. So yeah, it's not realistic to just have the pond there, but I can't do anything but that. And yeah, then I had like the general structure of everything down, and now I did the layout. And I decided that the first floor would be like the floor for the guards, and that would also be like the floor that, if you wanted to, you could use it as the house of the build. And the top floors, or the three other floors, would be like the prison cells. And as you can see, I really wanted it to be kind of weirdly shaped because I thought wizards are just a little bit weird sometimes. And I also wanted the hallways to be like the dark areas so that the prison cells actually all have some kind of like window to the outside. Sometimes I couldn't do that, but with most of the prison cells, I had a window to the outside. Just because I remember the scene where they break out and Bellatrix like looks out, and I think it's supposed to be on an outside wall. So yeah, I really wanted that to be the case, that every cell has an outside wall, so they can look at like the North Sea or whatever sea that it is close to. And yeah, here you can see me struggling to make it work, but in the end I did, and it looks good enough. And then I used the door that looks most like a prison door. It's basically a door with like windows on top, and I think like at least it looks most like the door to old-timey prisons, or prisons that I imagine wizards to have. And then I did the floor and the walls. So yeah, everything is covered in like grey brick, the same as outside. And then I moved on to the windows, and I decided on that like arched window outside, and inside it's just a rectangle. So it's just a decoration outside basically. And yeah, I put that everywhere. I made sure that there's only one window per cell. So yeah, it's not like it's luxurious to have a window, or yeah, it's just one window and it's not supposed to be all that big. And I also made sure to have it a little bit high up for the people. So it's basically just a light source, not really something that you can look out of, or at least not really that easily. And yeah, that was the windows, and then I moved on to the quarters of the prison guards. And yeah, I did it really communal, so all the rooms are basically for everyone. So yeah, I put down a kitchen with some chairs, and I also put down some bathrooms. I decided that there would be two bathrooms, two full bathrooms, and yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit like really narrow everything, but that's just how it worked out. And I kind of wanted it to feel a little bit cramped because it's not supposed to be like comfortable, even for the guards. And here you can see me putting down some beds and some dressers as well. And yeah, I decided that the bigger beds would be for like the people in charge, and the smaller beds would be just for like normal guards basically. And I also put down some dividers just for a little bit of privacy. And I then still needed some like rocks and mirrors. The rocks mostly because it's supposed to be a little bit comfortable at least for the guys. And yeah, I then also put down the dresses, and they're also grey, so yeah, it's a little bit monochromatic, let's say. And then I had like a really small area where they can actually sit and maybe talk or listen to music. So yeah, it's a small area for the prison guards to have fun in, basically. And then I decided that I had space near the stairs for another bathroom. And for the prisoners, I decided that they wouldn't get like the nice toilets, but the ones from debug. And yeah, I put those down in the areas that I dedicated to them. And yeah, I decided that it wouldn't be in the cell, it would be a separate room, just because it wouldn't fit otherwise. And yeah, that was that. And then I also put down a bed in each cell and a bedside table. I didn't put anything else in there except for lights, which I'm going to be doing in a second. And yeah, as you can see, some cells are really, really small. But yeah, that's just how it worked out. And I thought the odd shapes would make perfect sense for the like Wizarding World. And yeah, here you can see what lights I used for the prison cells. I just used that like bedside table lamp that looks a little bit like a gas lamp or something similar. And yeah, I thought that would make a lot of sense in the Wizarding World. In the rooms for the guards and also in the hallways and the bathrooms or the toilets, I put some wall sconces. I thought they fit perfectly well with the Wizarding World and also made a lot of sense lighting wise, just because it's still a little bit dim but bright enough to be able to see. And yeah, that was basically it. And yeah, I built Azkaban in The Sims. Now you can see some screenshots of the build. I hope you like it. You can download it from the gallery. My ID is TGGSims, same as my YouTube channel name. I also hope that you liked the video and will consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing. Thanks very much for watching and have a great week. Bye!